Not think a recession is the base case. Yes, there is a risk that financial turbulence could contaminate the real economy, but let's not forget that this is still an economy that creates a lot of jobs. It's still an economy where there's a ton of corporate cash on the sideline and there's lots of innovations. The sad thing, Maria, is that we're not at escape velocity. We're not at economic liftoff.
That was a cautious outlook from one of the world's leading economists, Allianz SE Chief Economic Advisor Mohamed El-Arian, speaking with me yesterday on Sunday Morning Futures on the Fox News Channel. I want to bring in billionaire investor and Paul Mitchell co-founder John Paul DeJoria. JP, good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Love you out there. It's my pleasure.
Let me ask you your take on what's going on in the real economy. And you've got, you know, your businesses out there and you actually see things firsthand. How do you characterize things?
That is correct, and I can speak on behalf of the economy with Patron Spirits, Paul Mitchell, and several other companies. All the companies are growing. We've been growing, by the way. Oh my God! We've been growing every single year for decades now. But I look at the percentage of extra growth we get. Now, needless to say, Paul Mitchell's luxury hair care, Patron is luxury premium spirits like Patron. But when you start seeing not only growth but a little extra growth, it's an indication that people want to treat themselves with the very, very best and have a little bit extra to do it with. So that's a very, very good indication. Also, I'm working more with Mobile Loaves and Fishes, where we have homeless people that we're trying to get back into the marketplace. And at Chrysalis, homeless people getting back in the marketplace. And we're finding more and more people getting jobs today than they have been in the last several years. That shows me the economy is going up. Also, when I look at, for example, let's take the Swiss franc. The Swiss economy is a good financial economy, but it's almost equal with the U.S. dollar, which means that the U.S. dollar is really, really strong. And people globally are looking more at the United States of America and what business has done, no disrespect to the government, but what business has done in the United States of America to make it more of a stronger economy. So I see us as very strong now, but getting stronger in 2016 based on the business environment and what entrepreneurs are starting to do.
Well, we've got Mike Murphy on set. We've got Mike Murphy on set with us from Rosecliff, as well as Senator Scott Brown. And interesting to hear JP talk about the luxury end of things, that it's going so well.
I think they want to actually look good while they get drunk and commiserate about this lackluster economy. And I'm excited to hear that things are going so well. But a lot of the jobs, I would argue, are part-time jobs. And I'm glad that people who are homeless and don't have jobs are getting them, but they're not getting those good, high-paying jobs that they had in the past, and that's part of the problem.
And one thing to back that up, JP, is the fact that Walmart right now is closing, 170, one of the world's, I mean, obviously it's the largest retailer. They're pulling the plug on almost 270 locations. That's 154 stores in the U.S. that they're closing. So, I mean, you got to believe that's part of the reaction to what's going on the downside.
Perhaps they're shifting their way of doing business more to the internet and closing down, not meaning they won't reopen. Look at Starbucks. When things went really south in 2008, they closed tons of stores. They were opening them back up again. So what we have to look at, I think, is how much money is out there? Are jobs being created? But something people don't touch upon is regulations. Austin, Texas, 20 years ago, there weren't people on the street asking for money. They were selling flowers, little trinkets they made. Because of regulations where just to get a license, you needed $800, they couldn't do that anymore. They didn't have the $800. Do you know in the United States of America today, more than 50% of our nation, kids that have a lemonade stand have to get a license, little kids, and they don't have the money to do it. So there's a lot of things, there's a lot of things that are bad, but there's a lot of good things out there. I think we're going to see a very good 2016, I really do, because the business community is adjusting. Walmart may close stores, but they're getting it elsewhere.
I agree with your take. It seems like people are willing to go out and spend money right now on things that they want. They're willing to go out and spend for the Patron, like you see, Patron Silver, like I would drink.
Very selective, though.
Selective, yes. But I was wondering if you could give us your take on entrepreneurship in the country, or startups, about VC, venture capital-backed investments, because I believe that's kind of my base case for why 2016 could be good from a business standpoint. I was wondering if you see that.
What a great question. I was with the Dean of Natural Sciences at the University of Texas yesterday talking about this on a Sunday. We met and we talked about it, how in academia, You have great people, the School of Sciences, don't know a darn thing about entrepreneurship. How much more we need at our universities, and of course I assist them with that, and others, to teach them entrepreneurship. I think we have more entrepreneurship and more of an opportunity for people that never thought about that before in academia to actually get involved with smart ideas in their little businesses. The only thing that could really hold them back is some regulations that aren't really necessary.
Yeah, I agree completely. We need the right president in there, or the right administration, to really stop trying to tax people and really let business grow. Free market, let people grow. We've actually partnered with a school here, NYU, with their Create Lab as a way to help entrepreneurs really bring out new ideas, bring new ideas to the public. And I think that really could be the next wave of we had the Industrial Revolution. I think here right now we could be seeing a technological revolution that can really boost our economy if we get out of the way and let it.
Wouldn't that be great? And John, you're innovating as we speak. You've got a new product that you're coming out with today, right?
Oh, certainly do. In fact, we just launched it. It's called Abio, and it's made out of plants. Here's what the tube looks like. It's made out of plants, and it works on the majority of all people better than I've seen anything ever work, and what people have told me that have the cold sore virus. 3.7 billion people, 2/3 of the world population, according to the World Health Organization, have the cold sore virus. And it's a product that seems to work better than anything out there to help stop the replication with each event that cold sores take place.
Now, is something like that, is that something like that regulated by the FDA, John?
No, it's over the counter. It's not a cure. It's something that has been proven to be a great treatment on more than half the population. Everyone I've given it to, it happens to work on. But here's what's important, too. When you have this kind of a breakthrough, how do you sell it where it's affordable so it's not skyrocketing prices? I finance this, put millions of dollars into it, so it could sell to everybody for $39.95 for a tube. So we made it economical and created a lot of extra jobs because it's a new company. And by the way, all the plants are grown in the United States of America that we use.
All right, JP, good to have you on the program.
Free enterprise works.
Thank you so much. John Paul DeJoria joining us there. Don't forget